Hey party people, I am going to walk you through how I made this adorable angel inspired dress. It was a absolute pain in the butt, super frustrating. I tried some new techniques. The end result is absolutely amazing, but I definitely hated myself in the moment and my decision. Okay, we're gonna need some lining, some satin, some wings, and some fabric for your skirt. Okay, so at this point I am cutting out 4 pieces for the back for the satin, so that's going to be the lining and then the actual fabric. At this point I am cutting out the piece of fabric that's going to be for the band in the back that we're going to add elastic to later to make it stretchy. So I initially cut out satin for the bodice, then I cut out pearl fabric, and then I cut out this. I decided to go with this type of, it's like a stronger tulle, just because I do want a sheer sweetheart bodice on the front, and this was going to give me that effect. So this is just an example of the little mess I'm dealing with and what I was going to be using. So at this point I've already attached all the mesh together. I still need to do the sides and I need to do the back and add that little elastic band. Okay, so at this point what I'm doing is a French seam, which is one of my favorite types of seams. It's where you sew the wrong sides together and then you flip it over and sew the right edges together to give a really nice finished look. So at this point I've already flipped it over and I have trimmed off the excess edges, so I'm just going to do a little back stitch and then sew it up all the way to where the little wrist will hang. That way it's all secure. So right now I added some gathering thread and I'm just going to kind of pull it until it matches the size of the elastic that I'm going to add on, and then I'm going to sew that through. So I'm going to do that for both sides of the armholes. Remember that band earlier that we cut? Well, now I'm going to add an elastic to it. I have a elastic threader somewhere, no idea where it's at, so I literally just got a little wooden metal stick. My mind is fried. And then I kind of poked it through there and hoped for the best. It took like 5 minutes, but I got it. So this is the bodice with everything added on. At this point, if you want to be fancy, just add some elastic at the bottom and there you go. That's a cute top. I hate myself though, so I am going to make a massive dress that is complicated. I'm adding in the horsehair tool to the very bottom of the skirt. Such a pain in the butt, and this process took absolutely forever, so I'm gonna cut it up a little bit. So you can see at this point I'm still sewing. I'm in the middle of it. And yay, I'm finished finally to the edge of the skirt. I believe this is called a rolled seam that I'm doing. Honestly, I don't know many technical terms, so I kind of make up my own little words. And I'm going to be cutting out the lining here just to make sure all that itchy tulle is not on the little girl's legs that's going to be modeling it, because kids are usually more sensitive to that type of stuff. After about 10 hours of sewing, I decided to give myself a little bit of a break and go play with my ducks outside and let them run around in the water. So there you go, enjoy the clips. At this point in time, I have already added on the tulle pearl skirt in the front, and I added the lining, and I'm just going to sew them all together before I add on the tulle petticoat. I am finally making the tulle petticoat. This took probably 6 hours. If you don't know how to make one of these, I will link a link in the description that will show you how I made the smaller version. You just literally make the lengths longer to what you want to do, but I used probably 90 yards of tulle for this, so oh my gosh, super frustrated. At this point you're probably thinking, oh no, why are you undoing what you took so long to do? And it's because I had a photo shoot in 20 minutes to actually shoot this dress, so I hand stitched some temporary stitches on there for the flowers on the bodice and also the wings on the back. That way I can actually shoot the dress without it falling apart. So I'm re-sewing the flowers back on the bodice. I actually had to redo this like 4 times because I sewed it once and I'm like, oh crap, the lining, I sewed the lining in there. So I undid that, sewed it again. Oh crap, I accidentally sewed the tulle in there. Took it apart again, did it again. Oh, the lining again. Did it again. Oh, messed up on the flowers this time. Essentially, I just had to pin everything down and hope for the best, and after the 4th try, finally got it down. So I finally got all the flowers in, and what I'm doing is pinning the wing onto the back. That way I can sew it in there. And at this point you're probably wondering how I am doing that, because the satin is white and the wings are bronze. So what I thought to do is add my bobbin thread as white and then my top thread as bronze. That way it's not really noticeable of a difference on either side, because I am a genius that way. Pro tip: if you're sewing a puffy dress, just put the puffiness in a trash bag. That's what I do to keep it down, and it works because otherwise everything on my desk would be knocked down. This is just a close-up of how I pinned it. I'm sewing on the very bottom because I want the top layers of the wings to kind of puff out how you'll see them. have one wing down, one more wing to go. Just sewing in the other wing, thankfully almost at the finish line. And there you have your very own angel dress. Make sure you subscribe for more videos. I'll be posting